Let me take you back to one of the most fascinating stories ever told, the tale of Noah's Ark. You know, it's amazing how this story has captivated people's imagination for thousands of years, appearing in various cultures and religions across the world. Picture this: a world gone wrong where humanity had lost its way. And then there's Noah, a man who stood out for his righteousness in a time of corruption. Imagine getting a message from God himself, telling you to build a massive boat in the middle of dry land. Talk about a crazy request, right? But here's the thing, Noah didn't question it. He spent decades building this enormous vessel, roughly 1.5 football fields long. Can you imagine the dedication? While his neighbors probably thought he'd lost his mind, Noah kept working, plank by plank, day after day. The specifications were incredibly detailed. 3 decks, rooms throughout covered in pitch inside and out. And then came the really interesting part: gathering 2 of every animal species. Think about that for a moment. 2 lions, 2 elephants, 2 giraffes, even 2 of each kind of insect. The logistics must have been mind-boggling. Then came the rain. Not just a light shower, but rain like nobody had ever seen before. For 40 days and 40 nights, water poured from the sky and burst from the ground. The floodwaters rose higher and higher until even the tallest mountains were covered. Inside the ark, Noah, his family, and all those animals floated on the waters for months. Imagine being on that boat. The sounds, the smells, the responsibility of keeping all those creatures alive. It must have been both terrifying and amazing. Finally, after 150 days, the waters began to recede. Noah sent out birds to check if there was dry land. First a raven, then a dove. When the dove returned with an olive branch, it was the first sign of hope. When they finally stepped onto dry ground, they were greeted by something beautiful: a rainbow. It was God's promise never to flood the entire earth again. You know, every time I see a rainbow now, I think about this incredible story of survival, faith, and new beginnings. This story isn't just about a boat and a flood. It's about trust, perseverance, and hope. It reminds us that sometimes the craziest sounding instructions might be leading us to something extraordinary. And maybe, just maybe, we all need to build our own kind of ark sometimes, taking that leap of faith when everything around us says we're crazy.